What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and whoa, we got a big one again today. We have another large trader or hedge fund basically buying the dip in Facebook. We're going to be breaking down the overall cost of this. We're talking about at least $25 to $26 million for this particular trade. Again, Facebook has been getting a lot of scrutiny due to different ads and how people were able to get around it and posting inappropriate stuff and things like that. And now multiple other companies are boycotting it, and Verizon basically saying, F you, Facebook, we're not putting any more ads on your platform. See you later. We're going to Snap or Twitter. They didn't say where they're going. I just kind of added that. I don't know where else they would go. Maybe they're going to go straight to Google. They'll go to YouTube. That being said, so let's go ahead and kind of break this trade down. This is, again, we're down, again, this is not even 10:41 in the morning. We're down 6.5% again, nearly $15 here. In this particular trade we'll be looking at, as actually went all the way out in September 18th of this year, and someone is buying 6,000 calls here at the 190 strike price for the call. Again, paying around $42.25. Again, that's $4,225 for the contract. If you do the math together again, we can kind of slide over the Tastyworks platform here. This is what I use for trading options. That being said, they paid around the $42.25, like we said, netting about total cost about $25 million. The current price as it goes right now is saying $37.25, so they're down nearly $3 million as of right now in the first 10 or 15 minutes of this trade, or actually about an hour now since this trade has been going on. Again, they're betting on the potential further uplift of Facebook coming into September. Again, they have quite a few days left on this, so it's nothing that it's going to be a trade that's closing out this Friday or expiring today. Then we're going to be looking at the chart here, looking again, purchasing these within the first 20 minutes and then purchase them within the next 45 minutes here. Again, you can see this very high delta, so they really want collecting, they're paying that premium to get that value to go up if the overall stock continues to level off here potentially, and it starts rising up over the next coming weeks or months is their play. So that being said, we can look here on the daily chart again. Nothing, this looks like it just got hit by an asteroid, just falling off. It's getting hit in the head with a really hard rock and then just falling over and just really kind of showing somewhat support, kind of cutting through right to the 21, right to the 34. Parabolic SR did not give a rat's you know what, and then switching to the parabolic SR to the top, and now kind of coming down where I have my level here around 222 for potential kind of leveling off. Worst case, or not worst case, really first level support if this continues going down is the 216 level here, and then after that it's kind of could be a free fall into around 200 potentially if this momentum can keep up, because the overall market's not doing pretty shabby as well, because you see that the overall S&P 500 is down nearly 1.8%. So if you didn't catch, I did an earlier video on a extremely lucky SPY trade that I somehow fandangled into a profit. So definitely check that out. That's in the latest uploads that came out this morning. Yeah, that was a pretty very well lesson learned again kind of trade. So within Facebook here, we can kind of go break down to actually a lower time frame of potentially looking at what these traders were thinking about when they were buying this falling knife here, a falling hot knife that has acid on it, and it also has a poison dart. So they initially bought, again, I think it was, let me break it down to a further time frame. Let's do like 5 minutes here. Here we go, 5 minutes. And so basically it fell even last night. You can kind of see when the stuff kind of came out, it fell a little bit, but then when it gapped down basically from 235 all the way down to around 225, broke that initial support, kind of somewhat leveling off here. Again, a 5 minute chart, I don't put any kind of weight into that. So that initial trade kind of came in at around 949, so around this area here where they potentially thought the first level off could have happened. Getting in here, buying this up here, a little munchies, and then particularly seeing it drop a little bit more, and then buying some more around the 10:15 timestamp here, and then potentially writing this down again with this overall trade. If it is broken out the way they did it, again, initially 25 million, now currently trading, let's look at the updated thing, around 23 million. So they actually got back a couple $100,000. Just talk about like nothing, and potentially could be leveling off here around the 218 level for a potential run up to see some resistance around 226. We'll see on how that overall plays out with the Facebook there. So we can go kind of give it a little bit longer time frame on it. Again, they're waiting into September, so September time frame is quite a far ways off, and that's 84 days from today. Yeah, nearly 3 months, giving a lot of time for this to kind of play out, and just really, like lack of better words, buying the dip here in Facebook for a potential run higher. Again, if we're able to hold around that 216 level, we could be trading sideways for a little bit. We do have that squeeze indication for a potential parabolic move up or down. And then also with the RSI falling, again, that is completely on what the chart's doing here as well. And the volume oscillator not falling as drastic as I would thought it would have gone. But that being said, if it starts hitting, going through zero, that could be some further downside for the Facebook. Looking here at a weekly chart, it's somewhat nominal. Nothing too really crazy to report. If it closes above the basically 8 week exponential moving average, which is around the 222 limit where I'm looking at, it's basically still in play. This trend is still somewhat intact for the very fast momentum things. We are seeing some things curling down, but we do see the Chaikin money flow going up, so we could be seeing a lot of the larger institutions buying the dip, aka, hey, Facebook just got a 6 to a 7% drop, let me get some of those cookies there, and we can buy some Facebook at a very discounted price, even though in the long run they should just perform just fine. And it's very emotional, especially with this particular move just today. No one knows exactly how much Verizon spends at Facebook ads. It's not very clear. People are just guessing with their emotions, and they're pulling the trigger, lack of better words, before asking questions. So that being said, we're going to be potentially looking very closely. We are trading it here. We did buy the dip slightly, but we'll see how that plays out. We bought it right around the 220 level. To see how that we can get that somewhat further upward momentum going there. Again, with the overall market being kind of sloppy today and trading down, we could be seeing that kind of continue into Monday, Tuesday, and potentially getting some great buying opportunities earlier next week into the 4th of July weekend, which has historically been fairly good to the equity investor. Hey guys, before you left, I wanted to make a quick little snippet here to insert here into this video on the S&P 500. I kind of wanted to give a guidelines or some guardrails to be looking forth for the coming week in which you do your research and your due diligence this weekend for the next week or so. That being said, with the market being down pretty much 2% today, the 5 and 8 are starting to cross potentially into the 21. This hasn't happened for quite some time, so this trend is being really wibbly wobbly here. That is a technical term. So with this 5 and 8 start crossing through the 21, we could potentially see some downside support around the 297 level. And with the 50-day kind of crossing over, this could be the nice little correlation or the nice little landing strip or support here down to the 297. Again, we're only about 3.5-4 points from that as of right now at 11 a.m. on Friday. With this moving forth, we can kind of see the moving averages crossing through the 21, being mindful of the 34. If you want this to be on the bull side, you kind of want the ticks to kind of going higher, and the 5 and 8 kind of start getting away from the 21, leveling off, potentially even curling up. We really need the momentum to change. RSI is falling, volume oscillator is a little blah. But that being said, we kind of need this trend to kind of starts leveling off here potentially if you want the bulls to kind of come in for some ongoing support. Alright, so if you have any comments or questions, please leave it down in the description or the comment section below. In the description box we have some fantastic stuff. We have the Patreon page to help support the channel. You can go check that out if you want to help support the channel. We also have the link to the Discord chat here, where it's completely free. You can join, we'll talk stocks, show memes, things like that. And we also have the affiliate link for Tastyworks, which is the trading platform that I was showing the example of the Facebook trade on, regarding that. If you have an account over $2,000, you can get funded. And yeah, again guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.